And Spencer.
Good morning.
Got some great guests in studio. New business into town. Paulie's Place. Hearing a lot of folks talk about the great subs they have there on not only just in my day-to-day walkabouts, but on social media.
Yeah.
People are posting lots of good stuff.
Yeah. My
Paulie
stomach is churning. I'm hungry for this
and
pastrami.
Trish are here in studio. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Morning.
Thanks for coming on, talking with us. You guys are on at 116 West Railroad, Suite 104. Is that what you said there?
Yes.
And you can find there the windows that say Paulie's Place. And you've been open now, what, a couple weeks? 3 weeks?
Actually, we just celebrated our 4th week.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
I know,
Time
right?
goes by so fast. How's it been?
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Totally blew us away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paulie, I've been familiar with your story over the years, being in the Lacey area and having a pool hall and sandwich shop, and now here with specializing in the sandwiches. And what's the history? What's the history with you and sub sandwiches, and why'd you start up shop here in Shelton?
Well, with the sub sandwiches, I took off some time from bartending back in the early 90s and started working at a little pool room behind Ralph's Thriftway in Olympia there, where the new owner had just come from Alaska via San Diego, where he had these sandwiches, and he brought them with him. And so they go back to the Billiard Tavern in San Diego back in the 70s and 80s, and they brought them to town, and man, everybody just loved them, and they went really well, easy to make, and pretty fun.
So what is it about, what makes it a good sub sandwich,
Well, you got to start out with real fresh, high quality ingredients.
Yeah.
You know, and then if you slice everything yourself and put it together yourself and don't really rely on anyone else to, put the love into it that you normally would. I'm sure there's lots of business owners out there that can agree with that. And, that's about it.
I mean, that sounds like the recipe to success in most everything that TLC, that love that you give each sandwich. What's the response been like in town?
Oh, just overwhelming. People are just over the moon. They, like with the French dip, they just cannot believe the quality of Swiss, the amount of meat, the quality of it, the taste, the texture, how nice and soft.
That's one Caleb had the other day, and he's been raving about it. He had the French dip.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
looking at the pastrami or the roast beef. I'm not a big ham or
man.
turkey guy, but
So where do you guys get the meats for this?
Well, we're running out of cash and carry right now
Okay.
for everything except our turkey, and that comes from Costco.
Ah, very nice. Very cool. Trish, how'd you come along on this crazy adventure that now brings us to West Railroad?
Oh, my goodness. So I met Paul about 6 years ago. 6 years ago.
Something like that.
He was purchasing his bread out of the bakery that I was working for. And we met, and, well, the rest is history,
Is
really.
that right?
Oh, it's a way better story than that.
Oh, yeah.
My dad wanted to help me out with the pool hall tremendously. So I had him getting my bread for me. After about 6 months of getting my bread, he informs me that I need to get my own bread.
Well, you should go down to that bread shop there.
I'm
See
sitting
what's
there trying
going
to
on
think,
down there.
okay, Pops, where are you going with this? There must be a girl involved. So I walk in, I'm like, oh, that one's married. Oh, no, not that one. And, oh, who is this? So I pretty much just cornered her, got right up over the top of her and said, how you doing?
Oh, my. What a great story. What a wonderful story.
I thought it was Joe Biden for a second. I'm just
Joe.
kidding. I'm sorry.
Trish,
It could have been creepy.
what's your favorite sandwich we got on the menu these days?
Oh, man, that's a hard one. When I first met Paul, I did the breakfast sub for 6 months. But Paul is an ordained minister, and he did a wedding up at Crystal Mountain a few years back, and the wedding was very delayed. So we went to the restaurant that was there, and we ordered a sandwich. And it was, well, a little subpar, we thought. And so we built a new sandwich, and that is the Sicilian.
You built that at the place you were
At
waiting
the
for
Elk
the
Snort
ceremony?
Lounge.
While we
beautiful
were
Crystal
waiting.
Mountain,
While
while we
we-
were waiting for 4 hours. For
Move out of the way. I'll take care of this.
drunken
I
bar
know what
dance
I'm
to
doing.
take place.
So that's our baby.
Very
so
cool.
I'm partial to that one.
What are the hours?
Oh, they are pretty good. They are 10 to 4,
Okay.
Monday through Saturday.
Anything else for catering and that, or not at this point? Or
We've done a lot of catering. We are open to a lot of things. It's right now we are incredibly busy
I
with
bet
our
you
lunch
are.
hour.
I bet.
So we need a little bit of notice for anything.
Sure,
to
sure.
make it happen.
Is it better for people to call ahead, or how does that work when you're busier times?
You know, it's great for them to call ahead until you get 10, 20, 30 subs deep, and then you have the people standing in line looking at you. You got
Comes
the
out
phone
the line.
ringing,
But I
and then you got
called
the people. Yeah, I took a picture of boxes lined up for sandwiches to go in the other day during a rush, and I don't know if there was 40 boxes on the counter or 35. I couldn't
I
tell
mean,
you.
is that it? From
That's
10 to
how
4,
many-
you guys are busy, booked, solid, huh?
Pretty
It,
much.
about 11 o'clock, sometimes 10:30. Sometimes it doesn't even get rolling till noon, but
Then
it'll roll
starts.
till 1:30, 2 o'clock.
Very cool.
And it's tough to, we see a lot of people turn around at the door. If I would have had any idea that we would do this kind of volume, we would have made a much larger sandwich station
Sure.
for 2 or 3 people to be working.
How many employees? Just
No.
you two?
It's just us and the family that comes in to help us.
That's
yeah,
great.
We have our daughter,
Our
come in
daughter
and help,
and-
her boyfriend.
That's awesome.
On occasion too.
Oh, great local business. Polly's Place.
At a time when a lot of businesses are sadly leaving Shelton and closing down, and it's great seeing you guys come into town. So I wish you the best of luck, and I'll try to be a regular over there too.
Wonderful. Thank
Right
you.
on. With us, family is everything.
It is on Rail Road, West Rail Road. You can see the signs there, and you can also find them on Facebook. We'll put the link in the show notes when we post this interview. Well, it's nice to meet you, Paul, and Trish, good to see you.
Thank
So
you so
thanks
much for having
coming
us.
in.
Thanks for
Yeah,
coming
have
in.
a great day
Indeed,
today.
man.